I am so excited to share with you the book that I'm going to be reading aloud first to my fifth graders in this upcoming school year. I spent a lot of time thinking about the first read aloud. It's so important, right? Like, this is the book that's going to set the foundation for this classroom. This is the book that we're going to build community upon. This is the book that might lead to a lifelong love of reading. This might be the book that they tell their kids about when their kid is a fifth grader. This is the book that could just hold a special place in their souls for the rest of their lives. Isn't it exciting? Maybe I'm putting a little bit too much pressure on this book, but I do think that the read aloud is a really magical time in a school day, a really magical time in the life of a reader, and it leads to so many kids falling in love with reading. So the book that I picked this year to read aloud to my fifth graders to start the new school year is Save Me a Seat. And I've only read this book one time in my life. I've never read this book aloud, never once. And when I was thinking about this book, and the reason I'm thinking about it, a lot of times I'll post like, on social media, what is your first book read aloud going to be? And this book is always named by multiple teachers. And so I decided, maybe I should read this book aloud. Maybe I should see what all the fuss is about. Maybe I should think about how this can do all of those magical things for our community. And so I decided to listen to it. I downloaded the audiobook from our public library, and while I was running and mowing the lawn and vacuuming the pool and doing laundry, I was listening to this amazing story, and I was instantly convinced that this was the perfect read aloud. It's told from two different points of view. The audiobook was actually read by two different narrators, which was perfect because one character, Joe, has been living in this New Jersey community his whole life, and then the other character, Ravi, is Indian. So he has a dialect that sounds a little bit different than Joe. And so having the two different readers was amazing. And I really just found myself caring so much for those boys, caring so much for them, worried so much about their hearts. The beginning of the school year for them is not going the best. Holy smokes. And one thing that I loved about this book as well is that it's told during the course of the first week of the school year. I love that. What a perfect way to begin the school year, about reading about some kids with those new school year feelings inside of them. Another thing that one thing that I'm gonna try with this book that I'm really excited about is I love the audiobook so much that I am going to read, personally, I'm gonna read aloud Joe's character chapters, and I'm gonna play the audiobook. We have like a little Bluetooth speaker, and so on the Ravi chapters, we're going to listen to it, and it's just going to, I think, really bring the story to life. I am so excited. There's nothing like a great read aloud in an elementary classroom. There's nothing like a great read aloud in any classroom. But to get a chance to share a beautiful story like Save Me a Seat with my fifth graders, I cannot even begin to express how much joy that brings me, how excited I am for the year ahead, for the reading that will be done in this room and hopefully out into the world with them as they develop and nurture and grow that lifelong joy of reading. Thank you so much for tuning in. My name is Colby Sharp. I hope you have an awesome, fantastic